Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to the best day trading, investing, and money management channel on YouTube. So if you guys are new to the team, pretty much what we talk about is anything from investing in the stock market, day trading, anything like that. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about how to really draw out support and resistance lines for the gap and go strategy. The gap and go strategy is one of the most popular day trading strategies that really capitalizes on momentum and resistant breakouts. So we're going to be talking about how to find them, how to execute them, and really how to become a successful day trader. Alright, so the first thing that you guys need to have in order to execute this strategy is the pre-market gappers. So we have our pre-market gappers. I just screenshotted mine from earlier today. So this is the list here. I'm just going to put this on another monitor and then just pick through it and just go from there. I'm just going to work my way down and draw out support resistance lines where I see stocks happening for the day. Alright, so we have the first one up here. This one is EDSA. So what we do, we just move down. EDSA, boom, boom. And both of these are connected, so you can really capitalize and you can really see everything. Alright, so we're going to be looking at it like it is a brand new stock pre-market. We're not even going to look what happened for the day. Alright, so this stock pretty much right here, what I see is just a very strong upward trend. So the first thing I do is I draw out the support and resistance lines. I go to the very tippity tip, draw out here, and then draw out consolidation points. So here, pretty strong here. Resistance, definitely some resistance here. So this could use that support all the way down here. Some more support, and then right here. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so after I drew out all of that, guys, the next thing that I'm going to do is really look at this stock here. So it looks like it is up 195%. So very, very strong move. It has less than 1 million shares available to trade. So the float is extremely, extremely small. So with a lot of investors or a lot of traders, a lot of volume, this stock can move. So definitely this one is looking good. So let's just kind of see what happens. So the gap and go strategy is pretty much getting in for the break of pre-market highs, setting stops below this, hoping to get in at whole dollars or half dollars, but for the stock it really wouldn't work. So we would be in at roughly 1274, scaling out at 13.15 if it moves up that high. So let's see. So it looks like it did have a false breakout before it fell, hit the 90 moving average, found some support, continued to move up before selling off for the day. So really, false breakout, how you find those, super simple. You just got to see how much the volume has. So extreme amount of volume, large candlestick wick, just huge sell-off right here. Once we have this sell-off, now the new break would have to be up here. So, realistically, this one, small winner if we would have executed it right. Alright, so the next thing, we move down here, and we have ZXTT, or whatever this one is. This is just a test stock, as you guys can see. The next one down here is GHSI, price $1.95, gapping up 38%. A good amount of float, which is good, has some volume. Alright, so this definitely is one we should pull up. So it's what is the ticker? GHSI. Alright, GHSI. Alright, same thing as before. First thing we do, we look at it. I already know just by looking at this stock that this is going to fade down. First thing I look for, guys, is maintaining its pre-market highs. So this went all the way up to 250. We would want this stock to be around 225, 240 so we can get that break of 250 and really rally up. So for that one, really wouldn't even be paying a whole lot of attention towards it. Next one here is DMAC. DMAC. All right, so this one looks pretty interesting. Not super interesting here. All right, so what we got to do, go to the tippity top. So this is where we have 100% sell off there. Market at the I always like to mark it here at the top of the filled in candle right here at 522, 483, 452. All right, so pretty much this stock here, as you guys can see just by looking at the moving average lines, it's an upward trend. It is kind of maintaining its pre-market highs. Obviously, we would want this stock to be, up at 525, and then we could get in for the break of 540. So let's see what it did. So, super simple. We're looking at trend lines. We're looking at moving average lines because we know that there is this gap to fill here. So looking at this chart right here, at 444, this stock has some support and resistance. Whatever, if it's below it, it's going to be resistance. If it's the stock's above it, it's going to be support. So we know that if this stock falls all the way back to 444, has some support. All right, so let's see what it did for the day. So popped all the way back up, squeezed up, popped all the way back down. Today has been one of those days where we had a lot of fades, stocks that really pop up, sell off, so realistically wouldn't even have touched this one. But up 29%, decent amount for the day. All right, so we are just looking here, no float available. Let's see here, let's see ORON. Some volume might be a little on the lower side, but yeah, let's leave that one alone. Let's put OPTT up on here. This one has super low float. Whoa, I lost the picture. OPTT, okay. All right, so it's just one of those things where you just got to get into the rhythm. OPTT, boom, boom. All right, so the first thing I see. All right, what is the first thing that you guys see? I want you guys to pretend this is your stock. So the first thing I do is the stock maintaining its pre-market highs. Yes. All right, so this actually looks like a pretty decent candidate. So if it breaks above 264, what are we at? Where are we at here? So we're right here. So the next resistance is at 372. So there is some room here. Looks like this one has been a previous runner, but fades. That's not a good sign just by looking at this. Uses the 9 and the 20 moving average line as resistance. So possible support there. Yep, pop, fades, breaks through, gets sold off very fast. But all right, so that's what we would really do. This one I could probably tell you that it's gonna fade, but you can see. So over 27 or 264, we're long. Just so you guys, like mini paper trades. All right, boom. All right, so right here, what did I just call out? I said there is support or resistance on the 90 moving average line. Boom, bounce. You could have gotten right here, 230, even at 235. You could have set your stops right below this at 229, possibly even 225, and then really could have had a beautiful trade all the way back up to new highs. So there was that opportunity. Same thing, we have a ton of false breakouts, but nothing over those highs. So realistically, we probably wouldn't have done this a gap and go. Maybe a little support bounce here. So that's the biggest thing for trading these guys is all repetition, getting in a habit of waking up early, going through your pre-market gappers, finding at least anywhere from 2 to 4 stocks that look interesting for the day. And yeah, there's gonna be some days where nothing's really moving. You know what I mean? But that is why you got to have your momentum scanners up. So that is it, though. That is how I find my stocks and how I use support or resistance lines for the gapping O strategy. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and take care.